Hello and welcome back to Berserker. We're going to be fighting this vassal here, but it is very close to the war exhaustion being done. That is it. And I have attempted to take a look through my troops for different varieties of weapons, you know, two-handed weapons and so on. And I think I've already given them some pretty decent stuff in terms of variety, because my Berserkers, they have two-handed swords, but my noble units, they are where it gets very, very different, because I've given one tier a two-handed axe, another tier a two-handed sword, and then a different loadout for their maximum tier as well. I do think I have to change their armor, but, well, I'll do that another time, because at the moment we don't have too many of those noble units anyway, so it's not really going to make that much difference. Anyway, we are now in a battle against this guy, and I was actually attempting to attack a very large army of the Northern Empire, I think. Yeah. And it didn't really work out too well, because they managed to get inside a garrison, and yeah, we just had slightly bad timing. Slightly bad timing on my part in comparison to the previous time where we were able to get absolutely perfect timing. This was a little bit different in that regard, so it's kind of unfortunate, but you know, what can you do? Anyway, we're just going to allow our cavalry to do their own thing, and I'm going to try to get to, I think it is 225 two-handed. I think I have almost gotten to that level. And then I'll be switching to my one-handed and try to level that up a little bit as well. Now bear in mind that obviously in a previous episode we now have a whole bunch of cavalry, so I'm very much looking forward to seeing those guys in action. And indeed they are mostly recruits, of course, so they are going to be a little bit, well, not so good at what they do just yet. Okay, come on guys. Didn't I tell them to charge in? I think I told them to charge in already, no? Oh well. What is actually going on here? Why is my damage so bad? Okay, there we go. Yeah, we already have 227. Okay, I will switch to my one-handed now. My one-handed sword is not good, in my opinion. Yeah, it's a bit too slow. It's a bit too slow. I'm going to need to do something about that, I think. My one-handed does need to be improved quite a bit. Hello there. There's a lot of people here that I would like to fight. Can I please get some damage? Just a little bit. Ah, there we go. That was a nice hit. Okay, look at that. 3 skill points in one-handed just from one attack. I guess I must have had a decent... Yeah, I actually did 101 damage to that guy, and that was a kill. So that really does make a big difference. Anyway, there we go. That's a nice victory for us. Good amount of renown as well. And we can take her prisoner, which is great. Now, bear in mind that I did also already defeat another vassal just before I started this episode, and there is another one over there. You can see here that the combat strength mod display that I have at the moment is a little bit bugged sometimes, because you can see quite clearly this army does not have 718, you know, combat strength. That's just impossible. There's, you know, unless you have a very, very large army, but having, you know, 148 and having 700 and whatever, that's just not going to happen. Anyway, we have reached 225 two-handed weapon proficiency, so increase your two-handed weapon damage by 10%, or your attacks ignore 25% of the enemy's armor. So now this is a bit weird, because on the one hand, you're increasing your base damage, so you're just generally doing more damage, but then you've got to think about whether they're armored or not. Because here's the thing, if an enemy is lightly armored, already I'm going to be doing pretty decent damage, so I don't think I really need an extra 10%. However, their attack speed, as you can see, the infantry troops in your formation have their attack speed increased. I mean, that's pretty good, but then you have to consider armored units. Armored units, in my opinion, are where we have issues defeating them. So I'm going to be taking the 25% increase, well, ignoring 25% of the enemy's armor. I think that is probably going to be the way to go, at least for the moment. And we'll see how it goes. Otherwise, maybe we'll start getting more kills against those slightly higher value targets. Anyway, we do actually get an opportunity to go in against another person. I actually did not expect that one bit. Bear in mind, look at this. She has so many more units, but of course we have to bear in mind that they are very low tier. So theoretically, I should be okay. But you never know. Sometimes that is not how it goes. Sometimes they can be extremely surprising, these kinds of situations. I know that in the past I've gone in against an enemy and I think to myself, whoa, I have an overwhelming advantage here. I should be absolutely fine. And then it turns out that we literally just die very, very fast. So hopefully that's not going to be the case here. Anyway, I'm going to go for a little bit of two-handed attacks right here, because obviously two-handed against cavalry is probably going to be best. Unfortunately, the enemy is very good at just running away from me at the moment, and I don't really want to open myself up to an attack needlessly. So I am being a little bit cautious when they come close to me right now. Ah, hello. Oh, no, that's not good. Okay, that was just hitting the horse. Okay, ah, there we go. That's a nice kill right there. Hit his leg, and that was enough to take him down. And maybe I can do some damage to this guy if I can sneak up on him very, very slowly. There we go. Take him down. There we are. Very nice indeed. And my athletics is leveling up quite nicely as well, which is pretty cool. I would not have expected that so far. Let's go into a loose formation with my infantry. As I've said before, I personally feel like that increases the kill potential of ranged units, and as they're using mostly thrown weapons, they are going to be pretty good at that. Someone did report, by the way, in the comments, that the deflection skill doesn't really work as intended, or maybe you were just using it wrong, you said. I'm not entirely sure what to make of that, because I've not used it yet against archers, but yeah, I very much want to. So I'm going to think about maybe participating in a siege or something like that, but I'm kind of trying to save the sieges until I actually create my own faction, because I would like to create my own faction if at all possible. That is my inevitable goal for this series, because as I said, I don't really want to join anyone else. We've already joined quite a few people in recent memory, and being able to create my own faction would be super fun. At least I think so. And come on, get him, get into, yeah, there we go. Okay, this I'm gonna need to block this. There we go. It's really cool to actually have the slow motion, because it allows you to kind of prepare yourself for the next attack. Obviously, that very much depends on where you're looking at the time, because obviously if you don't see the enemy attacking you, then, well, it's basically pointless. But, you know, for the most part, I think it's really nice to see that, because, well, it kind of gives you that, I don't know, it's kind of like being a little bit more reactive, you know, a little bit more reactive to the enemy's attacks, instead of just being like, oh, I've taken damage, oh, I'm dead, you know. You kind of have a chance to react in that fashion. But yeah, anyway, I believe that is indeed it, and unfortunately I'm not going to be able to take too many prisoners here, because I am maxed out. So I will literally just be taking her prisoner, and then I will be moving on as fast as I can. Can I actually take any? No. As you can quite clearly see, I cannot take any, and I am very far away from any town. So this is going to be very, very bad for me. So let's just try and see if I can make it. And if I can't, then, well, I'll end up probably losing a bunch of vassals potentially. Cyrenea, yeah, this is actually really bad. I'm in a really, really bad spot. Okay, well, whatever the case, hopefully some of my people will restore themselves, and then they'll increase my, you know, my overall prisoner capacity, and that will hopefully give me the opportunity to maintain the glorious amount of prisoners that I currently have. Anyway, let's just see here. 19,000, that's pretty nice. 4 roguery skill. Yes, we finally have 100 roguery skill points. Lovely, absolutely perfect. I think by the way, I think my one-handed is not good. I think it is poorly made. I think I need to do something about that. I need to make something that is a little bit faster. So what do you say we go in and do that right now? Because I personally feel like when I'm swinging this one-handed, I feel like I am drastically at a disadvantage in comparison to my opponents. And I don't know whether that's because we're going up against people that are relatively high tier or not, but I would like to prevent myself from potentially just, you know, dying really, really fast. So let's see. What is this? Is this... Ah, it's a falchion blade. Yeah, I really like those, actually. I really like those quite a bit. So, shall we use one of these? Let's use one of these, and we'll see what the swing speed... Oh, yeah, this is going to make the reach absolutely awful. I mean, look at that reach. Already, the reach is pretty bad. So what about something else? What about... I mean, a saber is cool and everything. But, oh, the swing speed's pretty good. The swing speed on a saber is pretty good. Maybe we should make it 100? but my reach is way down. The cutting damage is not great, but I mean, basically my one-handed sword, I want it to be a duelist sword, you know? I want it to be something that I can get in there, do a lot of damage really, really quickly, and then get out if I need to. I don't really want to have something that is unwieldy. Yeah, that's the main thing here. Okay, let's have a look. Maybe I can make something like this, and my swing speed, can I not increase my swing speed any more than 100? Can I not get faster than 100 swing speed? Is that just me? Maybe that's just because of the blade. It's probably because of the blade, right? Okay, well, whatever the case, let's see. The handling increases if I make this smaller, so I will make it smaller. And what about... Ah, there we go. Swing speed is increasing slightly if I change the pommel. A little bit. It changes by 1. Well, that basically makes no difference whatsoever, does it? Ah, yes. Okay, we'll just go for something like this. And is this going to do anything? Very minor changes. Gonna just go for this. There we go. And I'm gonna call it something like, I have no idea. Miniature golf slashing device. There we go. Yes. Very good. Yes. I know. You want to patent that right now. I know you do. I know. Okay, let's see here. The glorious magnification of glory. Yes. Oh my god. Oh, this is terrible. Okay. Even I am shocked. Okay. Don't worry. I know. It feels bad. I know. Alright, so we made 2. I was hopeful for maybe, you know, a bonus here or there, but I don't think I'm going to get that because I didn't take the, you know, the Masterwork Smith or whatever it is. But let's just have a look. Okay, yeah, they're pretty awful, as you can quite clearly tell. They have a lot less damage, but their swing speed is much better. Is it worth it? I don't know. So let's use the miniature golf slashing device. And, yes, we'll see. Oh, that is just terrible. Okay, let's go and see if I can raid a village real fast before the war exhaustion kicks in. Oh, hello there. There's another person that I could potentially attack. I'm going to attack them straight away. I'm just going to do an auto-resolve real fast just to get them out of the way. And we can take them prisoner. And then hopefully what I'll be able to do... Ooh, look at this. Ooh, some very nice units. Oh, yes, come to me, thank you. I will be taking all the cavalry. As I've said before, I will be taking cavalry mostly from enemy factions. I won't be taking anything else because I already have a lot of really, really good high-tier units, and I don't feel the need to clog up my army in random units from all over the place. I just want cavalry to speed us up on the world map and to give us a little bit of extra mobility in battles as well. Alright, so let me very quickly go over there before the war exhaustion kicks in. There we go, we actually made it. Okay, let's ransom our prisoners, we gain some more roguery skill. And actually, speaking of roguery, we should probably level that up as well as our athletics. So let's have a look. Increase your control skill by 1, production is increased by all of these things, or increase your vigor attribute by 1, and foot troops in your party gain, or give 5% party speed. I'm going to take the vigor. That's just generally much better in my... What? This is the thing for me. Look at that. Decrease fall damage taken by 50%. Why am I so excited about this? I don't know, but I will be taking Vigor attribute. Let's take a look at the roguery. Bandit units in your party consume 50% less food. Well, I don't have many bandit units, unfortunately. 20% better deals with ransom broker for regular troops. That actually seems really good. I'll take that. That gives me a lot of money. A lot of extra money right there. Okay, so I have 99% war exhaustion against the Western Empire right now. So it's highly unlikely I'll be able to finish this up. Yeah, not going to be able to finish that up, unfortunately. But what I can do is I can now take a look and see what other wars are going on, and then I might be able to prey upon someone. No. Doesn't seem like there are any wars going on at the moment, which is somewhat unfortunate, but that's not that big a deal. As someone did mention, I can actually change how often wars are declared in Chaos's tweaks, and I think I might end up doing that. But I think for the moment, we'll just go into this tournament, we'll try to speed run it a little bit fast, and then I will maybe change the setting in Chaos's tweaks, because I'd like more wars, please. I think more war would be pretty good. Nice headshot right there. Maybe I can get another one. Oh, no, never mind. Okay, maybe I can get another one. There we go. Nice. Took him down. And maybe I can take out this guy as well. We did hit him, at least. Oh, you're in my way, sir. Okay, well, he's dead at least. Alright, we have a sword. Oh, I should use this. I should level up my one-handed. There we go. Oh, that was a nice hit. Unfortunately, I didn't level up. Why didn't I level up? Are you serious? You would think that I'd level up at least a little bit of one-handed skill from such a large attack. I mean, I hit the guy for 151. Really? Come on now. Oh well, never mind. Okay, let me get in there. Oh yeah, that actually reminds me. I do need to go in and see if I can maybe change my height, because I said that I might do that in the previous episode, and I'm not entirely sure if I can even do that right now. I think I can. I think you can go back into the character creator or something. Can you do that? I've never done that before, so I guess it's possible because someone told me about it. So it must be possible, right? Anyway, there are not too many more rounds to go for here, and oh, they've given me a shield. Ugh. I mean, I'd like to drop the shield, but I don't really want to drop my main weapon, so that's the reason why I'm kind of just keeping it at the moment. Nice damage, nice damage. Oh, the green team is actually my enemy. Oh no, this is bad. The green team completely murdered my teammate, and I left them to their own devices. Well, that was easy enough. Alright, we're almost at 175 one-handed weapon proficiency as well, which I'm very pleased about. A bear tyrant is against us right now, so that's obviously a little bit worrying. Thankfully, they don't have the best armor. As you can see, they have the armor, the old armor that I have not replaced with them yet, because personally, I think, considering that, I think they're tier 3, aren't they? I think they're the tier 3 units or something like that. I don't think a tier 3 unit should have the best armor in the game or anything like that, so generally I think that what they're wearing right now is pretty good. And otherwise, there we go. Nice first hit. Let's try and get a nice little shield bash going on there. Try and get his timing thrown off a little bit. Nice, there we go. Alright, I don't think I actually leveled up my one-handed, unfortunately. I don't think it is to 175 just yet. Would be nice if it is. Is it? It is! I made it! I made it just in time. Okay, troops in your party gain 5% more experience after each battle. That's pretty nice. And troops in your party start with +8 battle morale if you are outnumbered. Well, most of the time, we are going to be outnumbered, so that is actually kind of good. However, I personally would prefer the 5% more experience, so I will be taking that. Also, troops in your party start battles with +5 battle morale already. So it doesn't even matter whether you're outnumbered. You can basically just take this at any time, and then you're going to have a good time no matter what, which is actually fantastic. Anyway, I'm going to go and change that setting if I can find it, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back. Basically what I had to do was, I went through all of Chaos's tweaks and then I realized, hey, you know what? I can't see this setting here. Maybe it's in diplomacy. And it seems like it was in diplomacy for me. Maybe it is just a... I don't know. Maybe it's a slight conflict, or maybe it's something that if you have diplomacy installed, it does not show up in Chaos's tweaks. So yeah, if you are also playing with diplomacy, then you'll find the minimum duration for war slider in diplomacy rather than Chaos's tweaks. But if you don't have diplomacy installed, then maybe it's going to be in Chaos's tweaks. I don't know. Anyway, let's take a look at medicine. We just leveled up to 75, so let's have a look here. Decreases wounded party speed penalty by 50%. I personally like that quite a bit. However, medicine recovery chance applies to enemies too, so that basically means I can take more prisoners, which is exactly the whole point of this, right? The whole point of our character is basically to take prisoners with roguery skill, sell them for a massive profit, and then see what happens. I have never before in my life taken Doctor's Oath in Bannerlord, ever. So this is going to be something I will take this time, which is very, very strange to me because, as I say, this is, I don't know, it's just kind of weird. It's just kind of weird. Anyway, let's see what we can do, and we're going to do the Poacher quest, and bear in mind, I have changed the minimum duration of wars to 60 days from 10. So basically, it lasts 2 months rather than just a week, pretty much. So I'm liking that quite a bit. I think that's a nice change, a nice tweak, because it's not going to make things too imbalanced. It's just going to make things a little bit more intense and a little bit close quarters. And I also made it so that peace agreements and war declarations, shall we say, can happen every 60 days as well. So in other words, once a war finishes, a faction, if they so desire, can immediately go and declare war against something else straight away. So I'm thinking that that is gonna really, it's really gonna stick the knife into certain factions if, you know, if the if the need arises, then one faction can very, very quickly deal massive damage to a lot of others if they are weakened. But as we are a mercenary, we are playing every single side against each other, and I have loyalty to no one right now. I have no loyalty to anyone. I really don't care if I, you know, faction hop my way to pretty much anywhere. I could go anywhere, do anything, and attack anyone. I really don't mind. That's the really cool thing about playing this character right now. I can literally just decide whichever faction we want to go for. We're just going to join them for a little bit, and then we'll see what happens. Let's try and block that. Never mind. Apparently the block didn't go through because he didn't attack in the way that I thought. And that is indeed a victory for us. Yep, super speed is now disabled, and it's all good. Alright. So, obviously, we're now going to take more prisoners, and we're just going to hope that a new war declaration comes through, hopefully somewhere. I don't really care where it is, as I've said. We can basically just go with anyone. But, yeah, it doesn't seem like there are any wars at the moment, so I guess what I'm going to do is I'm just going to chill out, wait here for a bit, and then see what happens. Alright, here we go. We're actually at war against the Western Empire. It seems like the empires in general tend to fight against each other much more often than pretty much anywhere else, although the Southern Empire tends to get the rough deal, or the raw deal, pretty much every single time, because whenever I've seen them fighting, they're always at a disadvantage in some way or another. Although someone actually did mention in the comments recently that they recently, as far as I'm aware, you recently picked up Bannerlord, right? Wait a minute. Let me see if I can actually find this. Can I find this? I'm looking in the comments right now, actually. Wait, have I gone way too far down right now? Oh, I have no idea. Okay, well, whatever the case. Here we go. Yes. This guy picked up Bannerlord, and he hadn't played Mount and Blade for a few years, and you sided with the Northern Empire, and you were raiding, and you were besieging and pillaging and all that wonderful stuff, and you actually executed the enemy leader. And what does his faction do? What does the Northern Empire do? Declare constant wars on at least 3 fronts. This is the Northern Empire, right? Gets steamrolled by everyone and loses every damn castle and city that they took within a month. Yeah. I'm sorry to say it, but that's Bannerlord AI for you. Sometimes that's just, that is definitely the raw end of the deal right there, which is, it's pretty, I've come to get very used to that kind of thing happening. But, yeah, no worry, because that, you're gonna rise from the ashes like a phoenix, and you will destroy everything in your wake. Not like me, because let's face it, I don't really destroy anything. I just bonk people on the face and hope that they fall off a ledge or something and do the rest of the damage for me. But yeah, generally, that's how it goes. That is how it goes. But I mean, that's a great story, I gotta say. I feel like that's a really, really cool story, and those are the kinds of stories you want to hear from games like this. You know, when the player has pretty much every single choice. Oh, hello there. Can I actually go in here? Yes, I can. Nice. Okay, yeah. So when the player has every single choice that they can make, so, you know, the player can choose basically whatever they want to do, you know. They can join any faction they want. They can raid any village they want, you know, pertaining obviously to any vassal attacking them or whatever. You can play any character build you want. And, well, anything that you can imagine you can pretty much do, with the exception of obviously utilizing magic and building, you know, building structures on the world map and stuff like that. I mean, obviously that's not implemented yet. I mean, maybe there are some mods that actually do that. But, you know. Anyway, point is, it's very open, you know. I mean, that's obviously what the Mount and Blade series is all about. I mean, generally, that's what I was overwhelmed by when I first started playing Warbands way back in 2012. I was thinking to myself, wow, what do I even do? You know, what do I even do here? And yeah, it's exactly that. There's just so many different choices, so many different ways to progress. And they've just taken that formula with Bannerlord and they've gone a little bit further with it as well. Because obviously, you know, you have many more different, you know, skill paths and character builds to go for, and you have a lot of different unit choices as well. So if you want to take a, you know, go for an archer only army, then yeah, you know, you can do that. You can do that if you want to. Okay, I've got to be a bit careful here. This guy's got a mace. I'm not a big fan of fighting against guys with maces because they generally have much better armor penetration. Look at this. Look at this supernatural turning of this guy right here. As soon as I go in to attack him, he's just like, ah, yes, I will block that immediately. Very, very nice. Anyway, I'm just going to tell all my forces to charge in here. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, there we go. Oh, finally. Yes, very nice. Okay, it was indeed a legionary, so I guess you can kind of expect them to do that, but generally the whole, you know, swiveling on a dime thing that they do, this thing that they're doing right now, that's very irritating. That is very, very irritating to me, and very unnatural as well. It does not look like that would be something that a normal soldier would do in a real-life situation. They're just going to face me, and they're just going to try and block against me only, rather than just swiveling between the two forces again and again, and supernaturally turning towards me every time I swing at him. It is a little bit unrealistic in that sense, but still, you know, I guess they're going to, I hope they're going to refine that kind of thing, because in general, I would say that obviously it's just not, you know, people are not going to be able to do that in a real life situation. They're going to just focus on blocking one guy, and that's it. Okay, let's try and get to 225 athletics skill. Can I do it? I don't know, because these guys are absolutely ganging up on me right now. I've got to be a bit careful about the bushes. There we are. No, thank you. Oh, yes, we knocked him down. Nice. That was nice. An Imperial Trader. How dare you? Oh, no, it wasn't an Imperial Trader. It was just a trained archer. I thought the trained part was a trader, and I was like, oh, what? A trader is besting me in combat? Well, an Imperial trained archer is almost as bad, so, you know. Probably want to be a bit careful about that. Okay, no, don't die now. No. Yes, there we go. Okay, we're fine. I should probably switch to my my one-handed at some point, shouldn't I? Switching to my one-handed would probably make sense at this point, too. So let me actually just do that. Let me see how fast it is. It's good! Look at that! It's actually good! I like it! Okay, maybe I can use it a little bit more. Okay, I've got to be careful. No. I'm getting absolutely rampaged over right now. Yeah, I do agree. I think I should probably change his height. If I can change his height, I will change it. Because he does look ridiculous, but in general, I feel like I haven't really taken my character too seriously in this. So maybe it suits him, but yeah, generally, maybe I should make him a little taller. Just a little bit, so he doesn't look like a child, I guess. I mean, up against these big legionaries and stuff like that, it might make sense. It might make sense to be a little bit taller. Oh well, never mind. Okay, so that is indeed a victory. I mean, obviously, we could pretty much tell that from the start because we just outnumbered them so dramatically. Oh, this guy got stopped. Nice. And we get a nice kill right there. Almost a 200 weapon proficiency in one-handed. I'd like to get there. We took out this guy's horse. That's nice. Maybe I can get a kill on this guy? Nope, never mind. Is everyone else dead around me? Yep, seems like it. Alright, nice little zoom to finish them up. And it's really nice that I can actually walk around now in the battle while I do the zoom. So I wasn't able to do that before in the previous series. Anyway, there you go. We ended up losing 8 units. What did we lose? Well, all Berserkers, because they literally killed 100 and... What? They killed 154? I only had a very small amount of people on the battlefield, but they killed 154. That's insanity. Okay, well, we are able to now take a huge amount of... Well, I was actually going to say a huge amount of prisoners, but we were only able to take 2 of them. But I don't even know how many they had. So I guess 2 is pretty much what I can expect. So I'm quite happy with that. And now that means that I can go to the nearby town of Lycaron, because, oh dear, never mind, that's actually under siege. Great. Okay, 5k on it is then. Maybe Sanion is going to go around there and see if he can maybe stop the siege. So I'll go around there as well. Let me just see what I can do here. Oh, finally. Okay. We now have this. Every skill point above 250 grants you a speed increase and a damage increase with two-handed weapons. Love that. That's going to make my two-handed weapons so much better. And then we also leveled up athletics skill as well. Give 1 focus point to throwing. Personally, that might be useful, but I don't know. We're only level 18, so we have many more focus points to earn. And decreases full damage taken by 50%. As I said before, this is really good for me because I am generally awful when it comes to staying on high places. I always fall off. I always slip off these places for no apparent reason. So that might be good, but do I want to be better at throwing? Kind of. I'm going to take the full damage because you can't actually get full damage reduction from anywhere else. So I'm going to go for that. And now we have 2 focus points and 2 attribute points to spend, so I will be spending those in medicine because I have already maxed out everything else. I could also do smithing, but I think I'll do medicine for the moment. And we'll do 2 points in intelligence as well. And there we have it. Very nice. This is actually the first character that I don't have a huge amount of charm skill on as well, by the way. Don't know whether you've noticed that, but usually I go for charm skill, and in this one I am very much apparently against that for some reason. Don't know why. Okay, where are you, Sanion? There you are. Do you want to come over here and absolutely crush this army? Are you? Is he actually going to come over here and do that? Hello. Oh, a courier. Oh, he's offering me 8,000. Sure. Okay, I'll take the 8,000. Why not? I don't really mind about that. Okay, so are they actually going to allow Lycaron to be taken? It seems like Sanion is not even bothering. Okay, so I won't bother either then. Because as I said, I have loyalty to no one. Oh yes. Loyalty to no one. We are a free people that can just run around and slaughter anyone we wish. Yes, that's exactly what we're going to do. And otherwise, I will be ransoming all of those for another 4 skill points. Very nice indeed. 25,000. That's crazy. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.